If you were watching earlier and it looked all kind of messed up and God knows what, I figured out what happened. I actually ended up being signed in twice. I was signed in on this computer and I was trying to do it on my laptop in the living room, but I was actually signed in on two devices. So it was showing me twice and it was potentially going to echo. So I decided, hey, let's quit that whole thing and let's start again. So welcome once more to another reading. This one actually is for today, which is the 24th of March, 2023, 2024. You may have had enough for Creative Life today. I don't know. If you went to the service this morning, that was a good hour. Reverend Lisa was on at 9 o'clock. I did watch her actually today when I was at the gym working out, which is one of the reasons why I'm late, because I ended up doing more than I had intended to do. And then I had this equipment deal when I came back. Actually, she had a good challenge for all of us. She's really good about giving people a challenge every day to do something. And her challenge today really was to look for joy. And one of the ways she suggested doing it is listen to a baby's laughter, which I thought was kind of cute. And Reverend Jesse had a message for us today. It's in 5 parts. I'm not going to read the 5 parts out to you, but what I did do, I posted it beneath the video here, so you'll actually see it beneath the heading and everything. So the 5 things he told us today are all included there. And if you've got questions about these, you're welcome to text me or email me, and I'll do my best to actually answer them. Okay. So having got that out of the way, here's today's reading, and it's called Equipped for Life. Equipped for Life. As I mentioned in the one I cut off, the first reading is from Nona L. Brooks, and she was a leader in divine science in the early parts of the 20th century. It's a New Thought movement, like unity and religious science and so on. From a publication I haven't read called Mysteries, and on page 119, this is what she says. Glorified by the baptism of the Spirit, we go forth powerfully equipped to meet life. In other words, once we recognize that Spirit is within, and once we recognize the power flowing to us and through us because Spirit's within, then we go forth powerfully equipped to meet life. That's my take on this. There are other takes around baptism of the Spirit, which my wife and I went through, but in a completely different context. Ernest Holmes is quoted from a book or a publication called Alcoholism, and it's on page 116. I don't have the publication. I've not been able to read it around it, but the quote is, wisdom, strength, courage, and all harmonious conditions are a direct result of spiritual power with which we are already equipped. I assume in the context of Ernest Holmes talking about alcoholism, he's saying that we don't need to rely on substances or outside things. We're equipped from within to actually deal with life. And Reverend Joanne, once again, has got a story for us, and this is about Puerto Rico. Well, it's actually about lizards in Puerto Rico. Researchers discovered that lizards in Puerto Rico are evolving to meet the increasing urbanization of their environment. Their limbs are getting larger to help them run more quickly across hot parking lots. And they've grown special scales that enable them to cling more easily to smooth surfaces like those on buildings. These lizards are just one example of how nature equips every living creature with what it needs to thrive, even when its habitat changes. Spirit within is eternally equipping us too to meet whatever changes occur in our lives. The indwelling Spirit is infinite. Whatever we might need to successfully navigate our changing lives is readily available, awaiting our acceptance of it. She goes on to say, I used to be concerned about whether I would have the skills and information I needed to handle my parents' cares and affairs as they aged. I certainly felt like I didn't know what to do. I finally surrendered, releasing this worry and instead embracing the truth that I would have what I needed when the time came. I did, courtesy of several experiences leading up to that time. Spirit knows what it's doing. Never wonder if you have what it takes, because Spirit within stands ready to supply you with whatever it is that you need to navigate the hot and slippery surfaces in your life with ease and grace. So the message here really is, well, that when we trust in the powers within us, we have whatever we need to deal with whatever comes in life. Yes, that's true. But it takes spiritual work to get to that point where we can really, really do that. Like Louise said, when she had major health challenges, she was already well equipped to deal with those challenges. And she said herself, that, my belief was incredibly strong, inferring that not everybody has built up that belief system to the level that she had in order to rid herself of some serious diseases. So the message really is to do our spiritual work so that we can get to this level. Listen to, read readings like this. Spend a little bit of time in prayer each day. Spend a little bit of quiet time. Read good stuff, listen to good stuff, and be in community with people who support you and build up your faith and your courage. So it's important to build it up. But we also are equipped by our center and centers like us around the world, and ours, Unity, and other similar teachings. We're equipped with practitioners who can help us when our level of belief has not quite reached that point where we can just go absolutely out and claim it and it comes to us like Jesus did. That we have practitioners and ministers who can hold that for us and help us along the way. So the message also is twofold. One is, yes, we are equipped within. However, we have to develop that. And secondly, we also have resources available to us to call on when we need that. And I encourage everybody, whether you're a minister, a practitioner, or you're not, you're a regular attendee, you're a spasmodic attendee, whatever, reach out for these resources, because there is no point in practitioners and ministers going through all the training they do if people don't take advantage of it. And every single Sunday, both in person at our center and online, we have a practitioner available free of charge who will actually treat for you for whatever it is that you need. And I encourage everybody, I encourage our practitioners. In fact, today, I was encouraging one of our practitioners to reach out for treatment. And guess what? I was encouraging one of our attendees to reach out for treatment this morning. Guess what? He did. So don't be afraid to reach out. So just remember, as you do your spiritual work, you build up more and more belief in that power that you can actually achieve whatever it is you want. But also that if you're not at that level yet, reach out. That's why people are trained and they're ready and willing to help you. I did change the affirmation because I don't believe in long-winded affirmations, as you know. I am not sure. Oh, hang on a second. The affirmation I changed it to is this. Spirit within equips me with whatever I need to meet any challenges with ease and grace. Spirit within equips me with whatever I need to meet any challenges with ease and grace. And as you do these affirmations, that is another way that you build up that belief in yourself. So I am just about to sign off. Remember, Reverend Lisa will be on tomorrow morning around about 9 o'clock. I will be back as near to 5 o'clock as I can. And until then, take care. And if you need help, reach out to us. info@creativelife.org. Ask whatever question you want, and it will be passed on to somebody who can really help you. So until next time, namaste.